So hello, ladies and gentlemen, Master League, and oh my word are we in for a treat, because I teased it on Twitter, and if you don't follow me there, @CulturedF, you can follow me now and get a few little teaser things that I put out, but we are just loading up into PES 2021, and we have a host of new mods that we're going to use in the Master League, and it's going to be in the Become a Legend series as well. They're incredible. They're incredible. It covers new stadiums, new player faces, tactical tweaks, ad boards, corner flags, kits, turf mods, noises, scoreboards, crowd chants. It's absolutely incredible. Our form, on the other hand, with Crystal Palace has been absolutely woeful. So let's get into that, and we can have a little looky-loo and see what's going on. Our scouts have been very busy. You'll immediately see in the background that things have changed, and you'll immediately notice that Gabriel Barbosa is there, and then we've got a guy called Players, which I'm going to assume, yeah, so that's obviously something where the kit hasn't quite worked, so we just won't sign people like that. But Gabriel Barbosa is in here as well, finishing 86. Acceleration and speed is okay as well. Weak foot usage 1, injury resistance 2, left-footed. He could well be someone we buy. We're on the last game of the season. As you can see, there's bolster weak spots focuses quite a lot on attacking players, so that's somewhere where we may have to look to improve. And we're on the final game of the season against Spurs. We've had a little bit of a poor run. We're back down in 14th, but I think if you remember that we're Crystal Palace, I think that's not too bad, and we're going to be all out assault on Europe next year is what we're going to go for. So our results haven't been brilliant. We've been flying through some of the fixtures. We were last together for Stoke, where we lost 3-0. 0-0 against Wolves. We probably should have won that one. West Ham, we should have won that one 1-1. We lost to Man City 2-1, and we played really well. It was unlucky. It was like an 89th minute winner. Newcastle, 2-2 draw. We played well. We went 2-1 up. They scored in the 89th minute. 2-2 this game against Burnley. Oh my word. 2-2. We were 2-0 up, and they went down to 9 men. The AI got 2 people sent off. I think this has these mods that I've installed have also tweaked the game a little bit in terms of how the AI plays, and I think it gives away a few more fouls. But then you'll see we followed that up with a Chelsea smashed us 3-0, and then we lost to Bournemouth 2-0 as well, which was disappointing because we played really well in that game as well. And we do have Tottenham Hotspur coming up today, which is quite interesting. Actually, we've had a little bit of a change of game plan as well. We're going with a sort of 4-3-1-2 formation. It works. It works. It's not always the best defensively, and I'm pretty sure Harry Kane is going to absolutely destroy us. But you very much get a feel for which of the AI players are on a blue up arrow. Basically, Callum Hudson-Odoi scored a hat-trick against me for Chelsea. He was definitely on a blue up arrow. We have Eze on it today, which is great. Nketiah is leaving the club. Sheffield United paid his release fee, so they're sticking with the let's buy young English players from slightly bigger clubs than us and overpay. So they paid £34 million for Nketiah, I think, which is interesting. But we are looking to have a complete revamp of the squad. I do want to go all out assault and get a European place next year in the league. So what I want from you guys in the comments, who do we sell and who do we keep? Just list them. Like in a comment, list sell these players, keep these players, and if you want to offer options to buy and things like that, then you can please do down in below as well. Say, sell, keep, buy, see if you can get these guys in, and we'll see if it works. But we do change a couple of things here. No attacking instructions anymore. We are going to tightly mark Harry Kane, and we are actually going to get who should we get to do it? Is it in there or is it in here? No, it's not in here. It must be in here. Is it in here? Players to join attack. It must be. Mark settings, there we go. So we're actually going to get Ferro to mark him because he's the slightly better centre-back. But it should be a pretty good battle. They're going to have space down the wings. We're going to have to try and sort of batter our way through the middle of the pitch. But, well, let's get into it, because then we get a little bit of the transfer window in this episode as well. But it's to introduce you to these mods, which are absolutely brilliant. I've turned the in-game noise up ever so slightly, so it might be louder than normal, but I want you to be able to hear the chants. I want you to be able to hear the announcers, the stadium music and things like that. So hopefully you do enjoy it. We've got a pretty good set team, to be honest. Townsend does boost our chemistry, but I think he's one of the ones that I just think from you guys will probably end up on the sell list because he's getting on a bit now. He's lost some pace. Shalov should definitely start, but he also has super sub as a player trait, which means when he comes off the bench he plays better. And Babu, I want to get in the starting lineup just because he's so quick, and pace means so much in Pro Evo this year. Who's quicker? So Maitland-Niles is much quicker than Zinchenko as well. Let's swap those two over because I think that does give us... Oh, no, same chemistry in it, so it doesn't really matter. We'll put Zinchenko, Camavinga, Dodo, Shalov, Danzo, Petkovic and Goncalo Guedes on the bench. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's get into it. So here we are then. Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace v Tottenham on the BBC. It's Premier League match day. And yeah, I'm very, very excited as the match of the day music goes off in the background. There's Hugo Lloris walking out Spurs. And there's the music in the background for Crystal Palace. You can see the fans, the girders, a great view of the girders. Obviously, they are all custom-made stadiums, so there's going to be some difficulties with camera angles and stuff. A big shout-out to Virtua Red, who are the people that have put all this together. It's available on EvoWeb, I think, .co.uk, is where you can get it from. Spoonie Pizzas does a really good instructions, how to install it and everything. But it looks absolutely phenomenal, and I'm very, very excited to get this going because the mods make a huge difference in PES. They make a huge difference. It's why I'll always play PES on the PC as well. And there you go. There's our teams. There's the new faces, the new layout of how it's going. We know we're in a 4-4-2 diamond, really, from Ruud Gullit today. Crystal Palace at home in front of the fans. Let's go out with a win. That would be very nice for the Eagles. As there's Spurs. Jamie Vardy on the bench. Vinicius on the bench. Son Heung-min on the bench. It's an interesting team. I'm hoping that some of the crowd chants come through as well. I don't know. I can't remember if they're actually in for Crystal Palace, but we're going to have a big game in defence against Harry Kane. We're going to have a big game out front against Hugo Lloris. But let's see if we can do it. Is the crowd full silent for kickoff? That isn't what we wanted. But hopefully they will liven up very soon. There's a bit of crowd noise coming through. So let's see how this all unfolds. Something else I'm considering for next season is actually to increase the length of the games so that we get a few more chances, and then it will just mean a bit more editing for me in and around the games. But it does. I'm still rushing my chances. The best way you can play on manual is slow, steady build up, trying to just create the right opportunities. As they get a bit of space there, I've tried to knock that down, but Townsend wasn't really doing much. We had interest in Townsend from Cardiff City, but they didn't pay anywhere near enough sort of money as I would expect. Because he's still a good player, Andros Townsend, he's still a good player. But this is interesting because Max Meyer is a guy who has come back into the fold. And there's Harry Kane. Don't let him get a shot off. Good save from Guita. Guita's another one. I think Guita's going to have to be replaced because he's probably run his day soon, as we've given that a ball. No, I thought Harry Kane was going to run in behind then. Ferro should be there. That's a terrible pass. Regulon. So the other thing I need to do is 1-0 Harry Kane is not be afraid to clear my lines. I just need to put my foot through it more often because I play myself into trouble like that and I try to play out from the back and it just doesn't work. It does not work. And I'm still not sold on this 4-3-1-2 formation. I don't know if it's sort of the best way to play PES, to be honest. I think maybe on manual you do need width, you need options, and we do have some pretty good wingers at the club as well. I do need to justify that. I've bought in some good wingers as Harry Kane is trying to shake off his marker, Ferro, and oh my god, Gomez is in space. Shot, good save from Guita. Oh my word, what a terrible start. What a terrible start as Harry Kane just sort of knocked it on there. Guendouzi should be challenging better for that header. Kane into Gomez. Gomez with a good shot and good save from Guita to touch it over. Corner ball. They're having a short option. Max Meyer just hovering around the front post. Lo Celso does take it short to Ndombele, who is robbed very well by Tapsoba. Townsend, what you got? What you got? It's a good ball through to Guendouzi, and Guendouzi had the run of Brunetta. He went too quickly, offside. Bergwijn's picked the ball up on the edge. He's robbed very well by Eze. Just tries to, again, trying to just sort of pass it out and get it away, but up to the strikers. It's not working. Serge Aurier on the right for Spurs, up against Chamberlain. He's got Mbabu for company, and Mbabu puts a tackle in. It'll be another corner. And, this is going to be... It's going to be very tough. No, Ferro, don't leave the middle. Harry Kane can go. That's fine. You can let Harry Kane have the ball out there. Tapsoba with a good header away. Ollier is going to pick this one up. Bergwijn. Winks. Regulon. Oh, that was a good touch to take it away from my man. Eze. Lo Celso shot from range. Guita palms it away onto the side. It'll be a throw into Spurs. Aurier throws it into Gomez. Gomez trying to create a bit of space in there. Ferro with a header away, but I think I've caught him late. I have. He got caught late. Ferro, Oxlade Chamberlain was there. I mean, Gomez. Is that a foul? Is that a foul? No. PES really needs to sort out its referees. It's the one major thing that is dreadful. The collision engine and what is a foul and what isn't a foul. Or Guita, that isn't a very good punch. Bergwijn on the ball. It's a good block on it. It's going to fall there. It's going to be another corner to Spurs. It's all Spurs at the moment. As you would expect, they are the better team. They are the better team. I think it's absolutely hammering it down in Singapore. The weather here this week has been absolutely horrendous. Lo Celso ball in. Eze should win that and does. Go on, Brunetta. Right, let's... No, see, that slowed down too much, didn't it? So now we've got to recycle and we lose the chance of that counter-attack. I can't figure out if Spurs are actually pressing us heavily or not. I think they're not. I think they're regrouping into a shape. Eze, that's such a bad pass from Max Meyer. Gomez out to Lo Celso. Guendouzi gets a foot on it, but Kane gets there first. Aurier. I also know that in a defensive sort of... in defence, I get drawn to the ball far too much, and I need to learn to sort of back off and cover the space sometimes rather than always go to the man with the ball. Maybe use a defender to cover the space and do a second man press with the AI. Go on, Brunetta, you have that. Up you go. There's Eze. Nice little back heel. But Eze runs straight into Lo Celso. And, Tottenham get the ball back again. Right, we're going to make a little tactical change here because we're not keeping the ball enough. So we are actually going to push. Do you know what? We're going to go back to a 4-3-1-2. We're going to put Townsend out here. Brunetta's going to go through the middle as a centre forward. Oxlade Chamberlain's going to come out to the left wing position. Right wing position. Brunetta through the middle. We just need options up the line. That's our issue. We're not getting the ball anywhere at all. And it's always key on PES to not be afraid to change things. And then we're actually going to set as a counter target. We're going to have Eze because he's on a blue up, so I don't want him tracking back. Let's get him on the attacking third and get him on the ball, hopefully, making things happen. Here is Max Meyer. Can we straight away put this new shape and system into effect? Come on, Eze, you're on a blue up. Townsend does take over. He's surrounded by players. Holds it up well, though. Max Meyer was trying to get down the line. Half an hour gone. 1-0 Spurs. A little change of system. Let's see how it works. Although Andros Townsend has passed that straight to Harry Kane, which is not what you want to do when you're playing against Tottenham Hotspur. Lo Celso. Giovanni Lo Celso comes forward. Gomez. Max Meyer's sort of tracked him a long way. Ollier slowly bringing the ball forward, waiting for a pass. Max Meyer's on him again. Lo Celso is going to shoot from range. He does, and Guita with a good save. And Babu tries to just hook that one away. Meyer flicks it on once more. Not the most convincing of headers. And he's positioned himself well to intercept that one, though. Eze. And there is a huge counter-attack on now. Townsend. Brunetta can't get there. Townsend is having a shocker. Maybe he's annoyed that we didn't sell him to Cardiff. Lo Celso. Regulon. Up to Kane. Oh, I thought that was going to be an easy 1-2. Bergwijn tries to put it through to Kane. Well read by Tapsoba. Max Meyer. Andros Townsend just has to slow this one down. Townsend's having an absolute shocker. He's having a shocker. Ferro can let that one go through to Guita. 5 or so minutes to go until half-time. And well, it's all been Spurs, really. Can't really remember us having a shot. Max Meyer turns. Guendouzi. Guendouzi to Mbabu. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. That was me pressing the wrong button. Guendouzi can't get there, and Harry Kane's going to try and accelerate away from Ferro. I would say our lack of pace is quite obvious when you see it. Oh, that's a wayward pass, isn't it? Quite obvious when you see us up against the better teams. Our lack of pace is very, very, very obvious. Yeah, 4 corners to nil now as Lo Celso puts yet another one into the box. It's a good cross actually, but Eze is going to pick this one up. Right, let's go. Let's see if we can have a little run with Eze here. He's on an up blue and they're not coming towards him, and Eze's got loads of space to run into, and Davinson Sanchez had a nightmare at the back. It's a great save from Lloris. Eze went it onto that left foot. He is right-footed, but he got it onto the left foot. It was a good run, and that just shows what you can do if you get a little bit of time and space, and it was a good save from Hugo Lloris, and that's a terrible clearance there. Eze puts it in. Townsend! Oh, it's Lloris again with the save. Chamberlain tries to flick this one back in towards Eze. He's beaten in the air by Reguilon. And Bergwijn will bring it away. And that is, well, the best spell for us in Crystal Palace. Definitely. And it all came through Eze. And Hugo Lloris, 2 absolutely massive saves from the Frenchman. Spurs will be, well, Mourinho will be breathing a huge sigh of relief to get in at half-time. Still with a 1-0 lead after those 2 saves. As Aurier is on it now, tries to fire that in towards Gomez. Bergwijn into Kane. He's going to try and turn. He does manage to turn one way, turn the other. Tapsoba reads one of the turns, and Guita with a good save. And I think that will be half-time as soon as it's bowled out. It is. Harry Kane's goal in the 8th minute makes it 1-0, but a little flurry at the end there for Palace. 2 shots, one of them on target. Don't quite believe that. Surely both of them went on target because Lloris saved them both. But it has been a Spurs-dominated first half. Oh, the mods make it think that we're playing on PlayStation, if you're wondering why the buttons have changed. I'm still on PC with an Xbox controller, but yeah, the mods make it think that it's changed somewhat. Right, we're going to make a change here. We're going to make a change. I was not impressed with Townsend. He's going to come off. And Carlo Guedes is going to come on. And Brunetta, rightly or wrongly, is just going to come off because Shalov has super sub and gives us a bit more movement up front. I think a striker to play alongside and replace Shalov, or we can use with Shalov or instead of Shalov from times. We need an attacking, very attacking striker that has good movement. So Eze, Guendouzi fires that one up and finds Goncalo Guedes. That was, I didn't realise my first touch had taken me away from Toby Alderweireld, and now we're going to be a little bit open at the back. Guendouzi back into a good defensive position. Tapsoba reads that one well. Let's just give it Guendouzi. Nice, easy pass. Come on, Eze. You could have got that. Serge. Lo Celso. Ball through into Kane, and he's turned. Oh, and that's the problem with Harry Kane. If he turns you, it's probably a goal. And I went too close with Ferro. I went too close, and it's an easy turn. It's an easy finish. Because we had a pretty much good defensive shape. But you can see that I just got the wrong side with Ferro, and Harry Kane's not going to miss that, is he, on his right foot? Ugh, gutting. Absolutely gutting. Chamberlain invites Maitland-Niles to get forward, puts in an early cross, and Alderweireld has to deal with it. Goncalo Guedes and Babu. Guendouzi. Chamberlain just keeping the ball. This is what I need to do more of, actually just keeping the ball and not rushing it. Ferro, you could say, was probably at fault for Harry Kane's second goal, getting too tight at the back, and that's a good run from Eze into Shalov. Little back heel. Eze again. It's the wayward finish. So it's not bad. Guendouzi, it was patient. Eze into Shalov. A nice little back heel from Shalov. Got it in, and Eze just got his angles wrong. And it will be a second substitution, or a third substitution actually, as Max Meyer comes off to be replaced by Camavinga in midfield, as Harry Kane is beaten in the air that time by Ferro, who knocks it back, and there is Eze, and you get a feel that Crystal Palace are enjoying the 4-2-3-1 shape better than the 4-4-2 diamond. It's given them more options on the ball. Serge Aurier, though, for Spurs. Winks tries to go up the line with a good ball to Gomez. Very attacking fullbacks from Spurs at the moment as Aurier draws in Guendouzi. Gomez drifts offside, and it'll be a Crystal Palace free kick. Lo Celso looking over the top, and Guaita comes out and claims that one very well indeed. Guendouzi. Camavinga out towards Goncalo Guedes. Up to Eze, who's got the wrong side of Inks. Up to Shalov, but the pass was just the wrong side, and that has been Crystal Palace's problem today. Again, in the final third, they do lack. Oh, that's a good touch there from Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he's run into Shalov. And Pez, sort your bloody collisions and AI out, because why would Shalov run into me when I've just picked the ball up? Or why would Oxlade-Chamberlain go to the ball when Shalov's running onto it? Absolutely ridiculous. Reguilon into Bergwijn. Bergwijn is tackled very well by the substitute Camavinga, and there is a counter-attack on here. Camavinga sees the run of Chamberlain. Chamberlain just slows it down a little bit, waiting for some support. He's got Maitland-Niles giving him that support. Maitland-Niles flicks that back to Eze. Eze on one more to Guendouzi. Guendouzi just turns away from Winks, but shows too much of him the ball. And, well, Harry Kane will break again, and he just gives the roundabout to Ferro as Lo Celso's in, and it's touched on the ball. It's Ndombele, flicks that on one more to Reguilon. 3-0 would surely be too much for Palace to come back to, but well, they might be able to go up the other end here as Camavinga has been pushed off the ball by Rafael Gomez. Are you joking me? Reguilon again. Gomez, it hits Mbabu, and it's going to go out, and it's going to be a cheap corner for Spurs. 2-0, 66 minutes gone. It's going to be a very, very, very tough time for Crystal Palace to get back into this one, as that is headed away. Eze tries to drop deep to pick the ball up, and gets it there. Camavinga. Guedes, ball through. Shalov, nice little back heel, and Chamberlain finds himself in space, running through. Chamberlain, that's such a bad pass. What am I doing? Why didn't I shoot? He's on his right foot. Oh, his lack of pace let me down. Harry Kane could be in again here. Ferro has got back to be goal side. Gomez up against Mbabu. Aurier flicks it back to Lo Celso. Ndombele, Lo Celso, and Chamberlain is trying to get that ball back desperately as it's bouncing around. It's fallen to Aurier. Ball in. Harry Kane can't get there. It'll go behind for a goal kick. So substitution then. Maitland-Niles off, and Dodo comes on for Crystal Palace's third and final substitution. That's a good ball through to find Guendouzi in a bit of space, and he's picked out Eze. Eze's in. It's Lloris again with a fantastic save. An outstanding save from the Frenchman. How has he stopped that one going in? I do not know. We've got Gonzalez back from Eze. Gonzalez shoots, and it's blocked, and it's sort of kept alive. Referee plays advantage for Crystal Palace here. Camavinga picks this ball up. Harry Kane is now tracking back at him as well to try and help out defensively. Guendouzi. Out he goes into the space for Mbabu. Can he get there? He shows good pace. The left back today. Mbabu over the ball. Swings in across towards that far post. Shalov was gambling that Lloris may miss it. Chamberlain, his pass is blocked, and Reguilon can get that away, but it's only gone to Camavinga. Surely a foul there, referee. He says no. And Spurs, I tell you what, if it wasn't for Lloris, this could be 3-2 Palace. It really could. It really could. You can argue the same at the other end of Guaita, but Hugo Lloris has made 3 outstandingly good saves. And, well, that's the difference at the moment. Camavinga up towards Eze. Eze, it's a great run from Chamberlain, who the ball's just in front of him. Chamberlain holds it up. He's got Dodo there. Dodo fires it across low towards the near post, and Shalov can't get there. Lloris dives on it. Still 2-0 Spurs. And, oh, this is going to be 3 because Ferro went to go get the ball and got caught. Harry Kane's through, and that is 3-0. It's a hat-trick for Kane. And I'm going to blame Pez for that one, because Ferro tried to get the ball here and actually couldn't figure out how to run past Harry Kane. He tried to run through him, which then allowed him to just sort of bounce off. But 3-0, and the subs start happening for Spurs. And it's just gutting that I haven't been able to score. All our good chances have fallen sort of what you would say to the right people, but we just haven't been able to create. Well, we haven't been able to finish. Lloris has had an outstanding game. I'd probably argue he's on a blue up maybe. There's a good header back from Dodo. 5 minutes to go. It's going to be a loss to end the season. It's going to be a terrible run of form, actually, to end the season. And I hope we can turn this around at the start of next season. And Mbabu up the line to Goncalo Guedes into Eze. Eze to Shalov. Shalov out to Chamberlain, he tries to dink one over the top, and I swear Spurs are really lucky in this game. They just sort of got a man in the way every time. Goncalo Guedes, Shalov, left-footed. I even took my time and turned. Defender blocks it again. And Babu. That was meant for Guendouzi, but he just thought he couldn't be bothered. Bergwijn. We definitely deserve at least one goal. We definitely deserve one goal. Chamberlain up to Ndombele. It's a poor pass back to Lloris, who has to deal with it and get it away. Tapsoba wins the header. Eze's there. I tried to feed that through to Shalov. I got the angle all wrong on the pass. I think that may be that. Well, Shalov has got through here. Eze's in. Finally, we do get a goal. We have deserved it. I mean, we'll go and collect the ball, but I don't think much is gonna make a difference there. 3-1. We get the goal that we deserve. It was a poor clearance from Lloris. Ferro first time got to a ball in front of Kane. Shalov with a nice through ball. Eze one touch and a rifled finish. I can do it. That's what's annoying. I can do it. There's Son Heung-min comes on to replace Gomez. But that will be that, I'm sure. And there it is. 3-1. Harry Kane hat-trick. Eze in the 93rd minute. And that is the final game of the Premier League season. Is it season 2? Is this the second season with Crystal Palace? I think it is. As we finished 14th. I think that was roundabout where we finished. No, first season we only just got through relegation. Just saved off relegation. But it is the end of the season, so the fans get an applaud from all the players. It's improvement. It's improvement. But the second half was much better playing the 4-2. 3-1. Harry Kane, obviously man of the match. And, well, now we go into the joys of a transfer window. So other results around: Arsenal 4-2, Chelsea 2-0, Sheffield United won 3-1, Newcastle drew with Aston Villa, Man City 3 against Fulham, West Ham beat Leicester 3-0, Wolves beat Everton 1-0, Stoke beat Watford 4-2, and Man United beat Liverpool on the last day of the season 1-0. Which means the league title does still go to Liverpool, 94 points overall. Arsenal in third. Liverpool first. Man City second. Arsenal third. Tottenham finished fourth, getting a win over us on the final day. Chelsea, Wolves, West Ham, Man United down in 8th. Leicester in 9th. Everton 10th. Newcastle, Southampton and Fulham make up the next places. Then it's us in 14th. Villa in 15th. Sheffield United and Bournemouth, with Watford, Stoke and Burnley all going down. We were very, very safe this year. 9 points ahead of safety. I'm much happier with that. Just got to make it happen. And team of the year, Guaita. Maybe I don't sell him if he's just won goalkeeper of the year for the Premier League this year. But Alexander-Arnold at right back, Laporte and Sanchez in the middle, Tierney at left back, Kante, De Bruyne, Xhaka and Pogba make up the midfield four, and Sterling and Aguero up front. Granit Xhaka getting in there for Arsenal, which is very interesting. As the national team squads are going to be announced, this doesn't really affect us too much because we're not a national manager. But Oxlade-Chamberlain is injured. Guaita, Bournemouth have agreed to the price for Guaita, which I think was 10 million, I think. And he's just got... Oh, do we sell him? I mean, he's just got 5 million. He is old, though. He is old. He's 35. There's better out there. There's definitely got to be better out there. And I feel like it's the time to move Guaita on. We'll get a better goalkeeper in, hopefully. We'll get a new club captain to start next season as well. But it's going to be the transfer window is what's going to be coming up next. We have a job offer. We have another job offer. Now, we didn't say we have to stay at Crystal Palace. There was never a thing to say Crystal Palace. So Oxlade-Chamberlain's back, but we're not going to be moving to BB Erzurumspor in Turkey. No, and Andros Townsend has had another offer, and I think this is the season we go out with the old and in with the new. It's only 6 million though. 6 million. He's worth 8. I know he's old. I know he's getting older. I mean, I wonder if they've got anybody that we can potentially... Ings, but he's a bit old. Bednarek at the back may be useful. Don't know who McDermott is. 24 years old. Pretty quick. Not too bad. Nathan Redmond at 28. Not too bad. I mean, we're gonna need a striker. I don't think there's anyone from Southampton really that's jumping out, mate. If it can give us 8.3, give us 8.3 million, and we'll take it. So Nketiah, yeah, moving for 14.6, paying his release fee. We said Guita is now going as well for 5.1, so we're actually getting quite a lot more than his fee there. Scouting wise, they're still out there looking for players. Lucas Acosta at 75, goalkeeper Soraya at 79. We've got Pedro out there, Corona at right back. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. I think pace is something we've got to get more pace in the team. We definitely do. We definitely have to do that. Yeah, we've got an offer. So Aston Villa also offered us a job as well. But we're going to turn that one down as well. And yeah, just a very strange sort of season. If you think it's a disappointment to think that we are flirting around about 7th and 8th, and then we ended up in 14th. But there is the potential there. Okay, so they've got a counter offer. So there is the potential for us to get into Europe. I just think we need a more consistent team. They're saying 7.8. I want at least 8 million. I'm going to go 8.5 again. See if they do that. They probably won't. They'll probably say no, but I don't mind. I don't mind that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about players in, players out. What do you think of the mods? Do you like the new mods that are in it? I think they make it absolutely outstanding. I really do. I think they really, really help. There's the end of season review, so let's see what Baldy McBaldface has to say. The electrifying start of the season was a thing to behold. It's a shame we couldn't maintain our form. That poor display in the second half of the season, something goes too quick. We could have had our cake and eaten it too. Let's get a ball rolling on our prep for next season. Make sure we don't go hungry again. Which is pretty much exactly what I just said. Pretty much what I just said. As Guendouzi. Oh, now seen a Guendouzi. I don't really want to sell. But the scouts have been busy. Townsend's got another offer on. And we've received an offer from Guendouzi. It's from unknown. That's got a bit of mystery about it, isn't it? It's got a bit of mystery about it. So let's have a look to see how much Guendouzi. 30.75. I mean, I'm going to say no because I want to keep him. But his minimum fee is only 34. Townsend, they've come back in with 7.8. Let's go 8.2. Come on, you can do 8.2. Just give us above 8. All I want is above 8. Let's go and see who the scouts have been looking at. So another goalkeeper in there, another goalkeeper in there, and a few people in there. Manolas at the back on an 84 could be very useful. And Demiral from Juventus, I think he is. Demiral, the Algerian. But yeah, very, very interesting. So some transfers are happening. We've got another job offer. Zinchenko's happy to be at the team. That's good. Woods, I'm happy to sell. Fulham want us to the job, as do CD Union La Sarala, and the directors have offered us a contract extension. So I will be extending my contract. I think we will be extending the contract at Palace. I do like what we're building here, so we will accept, and for another year. Yes, there we go. We'll put everyone else on hold. Villa, Erzurumspor, Fulham, and Union La Sarala. Yeah, that is such a weird club to come in for you when you're managing in the Premier League, but you never know. You never know. What have we got here then? Nketiah is going. Townsend, there you go. Oh no, we've put the offer out there. What are we waiting on here then? Oh yeah, Woods, wasn't it? Woods can go for anything. I'm not fussed about that. He's nowhere near first team. We're not going to get a game. He's not going to play for us. So let's keep this rolling. And it could be a long video because I just want to get to the transfer window. We're going to skip this. We're going to skip this one as Akinfeev is retiring. Townsend, a counter offer. Are you joking? Just go. Just pay what I want. They're really not budging, are they? They are really not budging. Okay. Townsend's going. Townsend's off. So we're going to have £60 million to play with. £210,000 in the wage budget as well. We get a win, 1-0. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, transfer window wise, what and who do we want to bring in. Just one last look at the team then. So if we go player position and then go ascending. So goalkeepers, we've got Guita and Piatov, but Guita is leading, so I think a new goalkeeper does have to be on the cards. Ferro and Tapsoba are the back two, definitely. Danzo, 24 years old, he's a beast, isn't he? He hasn't got much pace, but he's good in the air, he's a beast. I think he's someone we'll have to look at. He's 190 centimetres, so he does fit in there. Woods is off as well, so maybe another centre-back. Zinchenko, Maitland-Niles and Babu and Dodo are the full-backs. I quite like all of them, to be honest. I think Zinchenko could do with being quicker, and Babu is lightning wherever he is. There he is, 95, 91. Maitland-Niles is good utility, and I think Dodo's been a pretty good servant while we've had him, which is pretty good. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Palacios, Guendouzi, Camavinga, Maya, Eze. Kirby will hopefully go, which is then our midfield. So I don't think we need too much more talent in central midfield. Maybe an attacking midfielder to rival Eze, potentially. Guedes on the left, Ribery on the left. We've got Townsend, who's now leaving. Brunetta, Shalov, Petkovic. He's had his moments, but I think there's better people out there, and I might look to move him on as well. And Nketiah's leaving. So it's going to be a pretty small squad. It's going to go down to around 20 to 21 people. As we go into next season, we're going to stay as manager of Crystal Palace. And Watford, Stoke, Burnley down, Leeds, Brighton and Nottingham Forest come up into the Premier League, which is good to see. And the new season is underway. And now it's the opening day in July of the transfer window, the summer window, the big window. Let's see what sort of movement there is. Now, do we have an arranged transfer that I haven't remembered? There may be an arranged transfer that I haven't actually remembered. So let's have a look at the objectives for this season. What are they going to say? Win the league. I'd like to discuss this season's objectives, Mr. Gullit. This going to be strength. We need to maintain our place one of the top dogs in the league. This is why I think Chelsea will be finishing the place to win a place in the Champions League. Are you shitting me? We've finished 14th. We've never been up that high. I think maybe once we got up top of the table. But no, I think we can finish top half. I think we can finish top half. Let's, 8th position or higher, I think. Yeah. I agree. I agree, Ruud. Let's just leave that there, because Baldwin McBaldface been smoking something. Definitely. So, as a Cinquino has joined Wolves from Benfica. So we've got newcomers to the youth team. All the players have left as we agreed. And loan period has come back. Mitchell's back on loan. We'll probably cash in on him as well. He's not going to have that much of a good team. So Mitchell as a 63, I think we say someone just come and take him off our hands, to be honest. We'll have a quick look at the youth team. I think this is obviously a very not clever way of sort of signing people, because they're so... I mean, look at Ivanovic as a 16-year-old, probably 17-year-old at 75. We've got Gabby in there, Dante. This is what I really want PES to sort out, is this sort of stuff. Although Stepanenko is one of... I do really like Stepanenko from Shakhtar Donetsk. So, but yeah, Mikel Antonio in there. So I don't think we'll be signing anyone from the youth team. But, well, there we go. We're going to end it there, because it's the start of the transfer window. So we are going to leave it there. We're going to give it a save. And I will say thank you very much for tuning in and keeping the love for the PES series. It has been absolutely brilliant. I've enjoyed it. I really hope you like the mods. Let me know your suggestions in the bottom for transfers, or at least positions and stuff like that we should invest in. I'll give it a bit of time so I can read some comments before carrying on with the game. But thank you for watching, and for now, I'm out. Cheers.